Hey everyone, I'm Carl Edwards, driver of the number 99 Fastenal Ford. This is Edsel Ford, who I think has driven this sweepstakes car right here. And to me, this has been an amazing experience just to be standing next to this car, to get to talk to you a little bit about the history of this car and what it's meant to Ford Motor Company.
Henry Ford was desperate to try to figure out what to do. He had been a failure in his first automobile company. He was living with his father and his wife and his son in his parents' home. His first automobile company had failed.
So he's a racer. He's a racer.
So he turned to racing, frankly, to generate interest, generate publicity. And long story made short was, he and some leftover engineers from the Detroit Automobile Company, which was the first Ford Motor Company, got together, built this automobile, came up against the Carl Edwards of the day, and who had a much bigger car, much more horsepower, and they never thought Henry Ford would win the race, but at the end of the day, he won the race, and that's how we got started in racing.
You have a heck of a car company that makes great products, fast race cars, and makes a lot of people's lives better. So thanks for that, and thank you for letting me be a part of this today. This is so neat to learn about this race car.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we're glad to talk to you about Sweepstakes.
Cool. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks a lot, Carl.
All right, so Glenn Miller and the team have the car ready to start, and what do you say we start this thing up?
All right. Make sure it's in neutral so you don't run everybody over. The spark advance.
Oh, wow.
Did you feel it speed up a little? So here's what I was telling you about all the monkey motion going on in here. If you want to look down, you have to watch that slide go back and forth. See it?
Yeah. So is it going farther? Giving a little more fuel?
I'm just making sure it was on. I'm actually ripping it up a little bit by pushing this knob in.
You're closing the gear hole a little bit.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? And if you want, you can watch the valves. I'll run it through the throttle. Hit. Yeah. Yep.
These guys are brave.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, they didn't know better.
Okay, so what are you doing there?
It popped out at first.
Okay.
So now get an idea how tall it's geared.
Oh yeah. Damn. Oh, you'd be moving.
It's if I remember right, like a 156-to-1 final drive.
This is awesome.
This thing's a blast. It really is.
Okay, it doesn't look like much maybe on film, but that is a very fast car for the lack of Ackerman, the lack of self-centered steering. There's no brakes. So here, what is it? Brakes by appointment.
Brakes by appointment. Yeah.
By appointment.
At least you feel like you're doing something, right?
And as we came, we went down the I call it turn 3 over there. That's a pretty sharp corner. And we got on the front straightaway here, and Glenn put it in high gear, and you can feel it. The engine fires about every 10 feet.
Yeah.
And you can feel the thing would build speed like a freight train.
Yep.
I can see how it would go 75 miles an hour. That's really cool. A lot of fun, man. That's an honor to get to drive. That's my favorite car. That's as cool as it gets.
They figured on the turns, he probably killed the engine and then reignited it going around. Because after the race, they said Henry was just terrified and said, never again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be careful with the throttle.
Yeah. If you want, I'll work the throttle.
Okay. Okay, so now just slowly
push her down.
That's an okay rate?
Yep, go ahead. Okay, now you can lock it. You'll feel it go over center.
Yep.
There you go.
I mean, and you need another hand.
Yeah, no, you run out of hands quick. No.
You're adjusting the throttle with your left hand, the transmission with your right hand. I guess mixture, somebody else has to do that.
Yeah, well, we figured the Spider probably worked the throttle while he was hanging on the running board. He'd pull it down in the turns, and if it still was going too fast, he'd kill the ignition to get some engine braking out of it, and then plug it back in as it started coming out of the turn and put the throttle back in.
That had to be petrifying to race that thing as fast as it would go.
Oh yeah.
On a mile
it just had to
track.
be.
That's
on cotton corded tires running 70 mile an hour with dirt and stones. Had to be a ride. And then just as it stops, you just pull that little brass plug out, and that'll shut it off. Yeah, just go ahead. That's the ignition switch.
I thought I broke it. That's awesome.
Yeah, so nobody steals it. You keep that with you.
Oh man, that is probably that is the neatest car I've ever driven. That's it. That's cool. Man, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is really neat.
Thanks for coming. This was fun.
Oh, that's so cool. So I'm here with Christian Overland, the executive vice president of the whole Henry Ford collection.
That's right.
And you guys only have the most innovative vehicles here. This sweepstakes, I've learned a ton about it. It's amazing. I want you to explain why this is such an innovative vehicle.
Well, Carl, in all the collections at the Henry Ford, they all look at different pathways in innovation, resourcefulness, ingenuity. The sweepstakes is unique. And the reason why is because it opens the door to American racing like no other car. In 1901, Henry Ford invents the sweepstakes, wins the race, but he just doesn't win a race, it's how he did it. Spider Huff, his great engineer, worked with a dentist to get some porcelain, put it around the plug, and kept it from fouling. And in those days, in 1901, that's significant. And so he was able to win the race. So for us, beginning of American innovation in racing, this is it. And for our Paradigm Championship collection of racing vehicles, this is certainly the jewel in the crown.
It's amazing. It's the cornerstone of the collection. So innovative on the technical front, innovative not just for Ford Motor Company, but the entire world. Sweepstakes.
Social innovation.
It's an amazing car. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl.
All right, guys, so I drive race cars for a living. I get to do a lot of exciting things, but I am telling you, this is the neatest car experience that I have had. It's amazing. It's a whole shift in the way that I see the world. To think 112 years ago, a man sat in this cockpit and raced his way to not only his family's future, his personal future, but change the way the whole world thinks about building things and business in general. It's very cool. Thank you so much to the Henry Ford, to everyone here at the museum, to everyone at Ford Motor Company for letting me drive this car. It's been an amazing experience.